back to the Cedar Branch in McKinley Northern. The rest of the line has been put in, although I didn't put in a switch right there and scoot the shed back, but I just put in a simple curve and went around, and I installed a little bit longer of a shed. I'm gonna move my pile to, I think, tomorrow or something, or this weekend, make some nice room and make it look nicer there. And then I'm gonna make a shorter, kind of like a 13-inch wide crossing right here into all this. There's the side. Let me turn the, oh, can't really see a ton. Let's see if we can see inside. Oh, there's a little caboose back there. That's where he went. But that's kind of the inside of it. I gotta look for my other smaller bricks, unless I ended up using them on accident. If I did, whoops. Well, I can use this one. Because what I do, I'll turn this off real quick. Oh boy, I don't know if I can reach. Possibly. There's a battery pack right there, which is powering all these lights. I have to get the brick up in these rafters somehow. And I'm thinking of just putting it on top of the battery pack. And then rest it on this ridge right there. There we go. Oops. I put one heck of a indent right here. Oopsies. I don't have any more sandy there. But that is the new part. I took the lid and half the mountain out, and down there's kind of taken out, so that chunk is the core or plastic core crap. But from there, a building is going to go here. I'll show you guys that one later. And I just kind of left that like that and leveled that mostly. And I just kept going. I'm going to be putting a station right here with some light poles. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on that side of the tracks or that side of the tracks. I'm not sure. I got to get rid of that thing. That one's dead. That one's dead. That was the only one that lived. So clean that up. Clean that up a little bit in the pipe. I don't know. I'm gonna get that all done tomorrow, so I'll see you in a second, but it'll be tomorrow for me. Alright, it's morning, and I have made a ton of progress on all kinds of stuff. Now, last night, I'd only made it to about, I think I only made it to about there, I think. No, I had this in. Okay, that's right. I'm trying to remember. Okay, yeah, I had this in, didn't have that there. I collected all of them from all over there. But yeah, I'll get to that in a minute and all that. Okay, start here. First off, I made a nice little crossing with some bricks here for walking over, so then I don't wreck the rails. Each of these ones here are little highline poles, or little light poles. I've just got a little LED glued underneath, stripped the wires, and I'm just gonna run, probably for some of these, I'm gonna run wire down underneath and up to each pole, or I'll run a wire pole to pole for probably them. These two this one I'll probably do underground and then back up and then over. Unless, because I'm going to run the wire from that corner underneath there and around here to the pole because I think I'm going to actually wire this in to electric too instead of battery. So I might run the wire there and then run it through and then run it out, and that way I don't have to run it underground. Actually, that's a good idea. All right. Dad's Garden Railway. So I've got this, and then I've got poles running there. Let's see, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of them here. And then I've got put in my little gnome village. They're not exactly to scale because, you know, whatever. But I don't have anything else, and I wanted to make this, area kind of look nice for now. So, but I did install. I got to go on the other side here, so it's got to be viewed through the fence. Black Squirrel Station. I finally figured out a name for it. It's a Black Squirrel Station, and I'm gonna glue her right to the deck there, or to the platform. So things are finally coming along here. Now I have electricity that can run up to that wire right there coming out, not that one because that's just a short wire there going through the tube, but this one right there runs all the way along underneath the ground, underneath the gnome village there to the station, and then to the main box. So I've got electricity going up to up to that wire right there. So next is going to be the building that's going to go there. Then I'll wire that in. So I just need to finish that building, wire that up, finish wiring in, laying that wire and running all that, and then I'm pretty good to go. Gypsy the train actually runs fairly well on there until she gets to this core plastic crap, and then yeah, I mean, it was a good temporary, but my advice, unless you plan on wanting to re-rail your train every 5 minutes, you're not even every 30 seconds, don't use that crap. I made the mistake, and I lived and learned. But hey, got to experiment and figure things out. So, but eventually, I may have this line run further that direction, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go from there. So, because I might actually put in a switch up here, like right where this coroplast starts, and I might veer off that direction and go this way, possibly, depending on what I figure out. I'm going to be planning all that later today, so I will let you guys know kind of what I plan out and things. So, and then the other thing that I ended up finding, anybody that's ever watched, anything, train related, Thomas Train, whatever, you got to have a red flag just in case there's an emergency or, whatever. And funny enough, is yesterday this came in handy quite a few times, especially when I added the track there, and into there, and at the end of that one, because it's been, the whole coroplast story. So yeah, the other new addition to the flags up here too, and so, but all right, I figured I'd update you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.